association of person. Return of income is thus required to be filed in ITR 5, which is a common form for firms AOP and BOI. BOI is body of individuals, AOP is association of persons. As we have just recently discussed, from 0 to 10,000, rate is 10%. 10,001 to 20,000, it is 20%. 20,001 and above, it is 30%. Now, there is a application of education SAS, which is 4%. Surcharge also applies, just I have shared it. If the income increase more than 1 crore, but it is less than 10 crore, 7% surcharge is applicable. If income goes above 10 crore, 12% surcharge is applicable.
मनोज जी, just एक बार बैक चाहिए. I would like to add something to your this slide. So
Yeah.
for the audience, the way I discussed that here CAG is there. When they conducted you can say review of all the ITRs being filed by the cooperative societies, one very important thing which came to the open is that many of the societies had you can say got themselves registered, cooperative societies had got them registered as BOI, body of individuals or firms, not as AOPs, whereas they were required to file their returns as association of persons, so that the a clear-cut demarcation is there. It has been pointed out by CAG that in the PAN number of the cooperative societies, word A was missing, rather than it was BRF body or BOI or firms were mentioned. So this is very important thing, which as a if we are working for some of the cooperative societies and we have to register them, we need to take care of this. This is very important aspect. So for us, taxation of cooperative societies is concerned. Over to you, Manoj ji.
I want to add also, these societies are filing their returns in ITR Form 2, ITR 4, ITR 6 and 7, because they doesn't know how to file, and the correct form for filing is ITR 5, right? So they just want to claim, some societies want to claim only the tax refund, that is why they are filing it. So this is the purpose, but the correct way to file is ITR 5 is only the way. Special tax regime for cooperative societies, section 115 BAD. New section is 203. Cooperative societies can opt for concessional tax regime under section 115 BAD. Conditions are: societies must be registered and engaged in business, must not claim certain deductions and exemptions. Example, ATP, ATJJAA. ATJJ is for employment benefits. Companies can claim 30% deduction. Once opted, it applies for that year and subsequent years unless withdrawn as per rules. Means if you go for this, as concession has been provided under section 115 BAD, so you cannot revert back. Tax rate under 115 BAD is a flat rate of 22% plus surcharge and cess on total income. The next section is 115 BAE. Now read as section 203 under new income tax law. Section 115 BAE has been inserted on 1/4/24. This section provides for concessional rate of 15%. In the previous slide, it was 22%, and in this slide, it is 15%. In case of cooperative society incorporated on or after 1st April 2023. It commenced manufacturing before 31st March 2024. Must be engaged in manufacture or production of any article or thing and research in relation to or distribution of such article or thing manufactured or produced by it. It must not be formed by splitting up or reconstruction of an existing business. It does not use any building which was previously used as a hotel or a convention center. It does not use any machinery or plant previously used for any purpose. Imported machinery allowed. Second-hand machinery up to 20% of the total value of plant and machinery. Conditions to be satisfied for claiming benefits of concessional rate under 115 BA is the option to avail the benefit of section must be exercised on or before the due date specified under section 139(1) for furnishing of first return of income in the prescribed manner. 139 says due dates have been prescribed, just like we filed the returns in July only uh, salaried and interest income or house property income, but um, uh, business incomes which are not getting audited, the date is 31st August and auditable, as you know, um, it is later. The total income of the society has been computed without claiming specified deductions, exemptions, or incentives. The society, it is a very important point that society shall not be allowed to set off of any loss carried forward from earlier assessment year if such loss is attributable to any of the following deductions. So a brief comparison has been done between 15115 BAD and 115 BAE. Uh, Target entity is resident cooperative society. Uh, it is a new manufacturing cooperative society. Base rate is 22% and under 115 BAE it is 15%. Surcharge is 10% in both the cases. Cess is 4% again in 115 BAD and 115 BAE. Effective rate which works out is 25.168% and corresponding to only 17%, 17.16%. Incorporation date, no specific date has been mentioned here and no restriction is there. But under 115 BAE, it must be set up and registered on or after 1st April 2023. Business nature, any permissible cooperative activity is there. For this 115 BAE, manufacturing or production of an article, thing, or electricity, as we have earlier studied. AMT applicable or not? Yeah, exempt from alternate minimum tax in both the cases. Similarities are deductions are blocked. Section 80P is blocked. Section 80 JJA is also blocked. Lock-in is there. Once you choose, it cannot be withdrawn in subsequent years. Now I am going with the section 80P, which is the most important and most creamy section of for the cooperative societies. I just want to add something that there are cooperative societies. They are doing robust business, just like Gujarat Cooperative Milk Federation Society is there. Amul is there. Uh, uh, I understand every Indian is aware of Amul, and you'll be surprised to know that turnover is more than 1 lakh crore with Gujarat Cooperative. Another one is Indian Farmer Fertilizer Corporation cooperatives. Uh, the turnover for this cooperative is around 46,000 crores. Kripco is there. They have an office in Noida, and the turnover is more than 2,000 crores. Now I come with a Saraswati Cooperative Bank having a figure of 91,000 crores. It is a cooperative bank working. Even some private sector banks may not be having this figure. Saraswati Cooperative Bank is having a figure of 91,000 crores. Now another very famous cooperative society is there, known as Shri Mahila Graha Udyog Lijat Papad, which is having a business of 2,000 crores approximately. Um, that is a cottage industry started by some females, and that has grown up like anything now. So now let us come back to deductions for ATP, how it works. Section ATP, now known as Section 149, provides deduction for income of cooperative societies from specific activities. Main category is income from banking or providing credit facilities to members. You can see there are a lot of thrift and credit societies functioning, providing small loans to their members. So ATP is available for them. But if it works as a bank, then it is not there. Income from cottage industry. A cottage industry is a small scale, decentralized manufacturing business operated out of a private home or a local community space rather than a large factory. Cotton and silk handloom weaving, carpet, pottery, small food processing units are there in cottage industries. Income from marketing of members' produce. Income from purchase of agriculture inputs for members. Income from fishing, processing, etc. So income from purchases of agriculture inputs for members, just like they buy livestock, they buy they purchases uh, tools, equipments for the agriculture purpose of which are benefiting to their members. So under that section, ATP applies, and 100% deduction is available to them. Income from fishery, processing, etc. Uh, This also is having 100% benefit can be availed. ATP now 141 along with section 150 of Indian Income Tax Act has four main subsections numbered 1 to 4. Subsection 2 is further divided into 6 clauses. Now let us come with the section ATP1. ATP1 tells us about it allows the deduction from gross total income. ATP2 lists specific categories and activities of cooperatives societies eligible for deductions. Section ATP3 explains the computation rules for deduction in mixed income scenarios. Section ATP4 excludes cooperative banks from claiming deductions under this section, except primary agricultural societies. Means 84 says cooperative banks cannot claim deduction under section ATP. However, primary agriculture credit societies can avail. So if you are doing a banking business, that will not be available. ATP benefit will not be available. But if you are agriculture bank providing to farmers to who are the members, then this benefit is available. Um, Section ATP2 is further divided into different subsections. ATP2A, that are the business profit, banking, cottage, agriculture, labor, fishing, etc. Deduction allowed is 100%, but it must be derived from dealing with members. Now, if suppose if you are dealing with non-member, will ATP will be available or not? No, it will not be available. ATP to B says renting from godowns or warehouses, deduction allowed is 100%, but that warehouse must be used for storage and processing of commodities. Commodity means agriculture produce mainly. ATP to C, other business activities not covered above. Above means these five sectors: banking, cottage, agriculture, labor, and fishing, and letting of godowns or warehouses. Others are covered under this. So a clean example is a Kendriya Bhandar. And earlier was Super Bazaar also, which was a cooperative, but it could not function properly, so it was closed. There is lot of scope for our cost accountant brothers to work on this sector. As I have just told you, there are more than 8 lakh societies working. So 8 lakh societies need professional persons to work for them and to guide them. Planning, taxation part is there, filing returns, compliances, and giving reports to the management. So cost accountants can do a big role in this sector. ATP 2D, that is interest or dividends from other cooperative societies. If interest is received from other cooperative society, that is again uh, exempt. But if a dividend or uh, interest is received from another nationalized bank, is it is the deduction allowed? No. In that case, no deduction is allowed. If if a cooperative society is having a surplus fund and he parks his fund in a nationalized bank and interest is derived from there, so no deduction under section ATP will be permissible, and cooperative society is taxed uh, as per tax rates which were discussed earlier, uh, if they have not opted for concessional ones under 115 BAD or 115 BAE. Conditions are if invested with another cooperative bank or cooperative society. Only in that case, interest and dividends are eligible. Section ATP subsection 4 says if if it is outside the cooperative banks, then nil deduction is available. This is something wrong has been written here. Uh, it is not cooperative bank, it is outside cooperative banks. Deduction for cooperative banks, section ATP2A1. Um, Applicable, the section is applicable to cooperative societies engaged in business, banking business, or providing credit facilities to their members. It applies to cooperatives, credit societies, and cooperative banks carrying on banking business or providing credit to members. What the deduction says, whole of the profit and gains of such business are permissible. Exclusion. It does not apply to cooperative banks, other primary cooperative credit societies, or primary cooperative agriculture and rural development banks. No, this is correct. I was a mistake, a small mistake. Yeah, any income from cooperative bank is not allowed as a deduction. I have told you. Deduction for marketing of members produce, section ATP2A subsection 3. This section grants a 100% deduction on profits and gains of business attributable to the marketing of agriculture produce grown by the members of a cooperative society. Eligible assessees are cooperative societies registered under the Cooperative Society Law. Conditions are that the produce must be grown by the members themselves, not purchased from members or third parties to qualify for this specific deduction. What is the nature of income? The whole of the profits and gains derived from marketing activities, selling, transporting, or bringing to the market point of agriculture produce cultivated directly by its members. Deductions for purchase of agriculture inputs, that is section ATP2A4. The deduction is 100% attributable, just discussed, livestocks, uh, fertilizers, seeds for supply to the members. If purchases are made in the interest of the members which are supplied and utilized by the members, in that case deduction is available, and 100% profit is exempt from tax under section ATP2A4. Income from such activity may be deductible under section ATP. Must be genuine cooperative activity with members. Restrictions and case laws on section ATP, now known as section 149. Not all income of a cooperative society qualifies for ATP deduction. Income from non-members, speculative activities, or non-core activities may be excluded. Courts have laid down test of mutuality concept. Means if mutuality concept is, if any income is derived for the members by the members, that is exempt. But at the same time, if I'm having a business and I'm doing business with outsiders who are not the members, then that income will not be exempt. A small example we have just shared is interest received from a uh, bank, nationalized bank, or a business done by a cooperative bank. That is not exempt. That is taxable. Genuine cooperative activity versus commercial business. If a cooperative society is into commercial business, then deductions are not permissible, and they will be taxed as per the rate specified above, and um, they have to pay the tax. Recent amendments and judgments have now narrowed the scope in some cases. Small view on minimum alternate tax also. Minimum alternate tax is applicable to companies, whereas alternate minimum tax is applicable to cooperative societies. The alternate minimum tax rate for cooperative society in India is 15% plus applicable surcharge and cess of their adjusted total income. The rate was reduced from previous 18.5% to create a level playing field with corporate companies. Purpose is to ensure that cooperative societies claiming specific heavy deductions still pay a baseline amount of tax to the government. Now, I share with you uh, TDS compliances are also applicable on cooperative societies. There are very big penalties nowadays which tarnish uh, uh, the face of the cooperative society also if they are not done. Uh, TDS, I was just looking yesterday. Tomorrow is the last date for downloading the TDS certificates. So if you are not able to download it within that due time frame, rupees 500 per day is a penalty. For non-filing of the return is also having a penalty of 200 rupees per day. And if you have not deposited the TDS, after deduction of TDS, a huge penalty is there. So it works on a number of days and there is no end to it. Malab, it keeps on adding. So compliances are very much required if you if a cooperative society is running. So TDS compliances is a very big compliance. Uh, Income tax needs to file a return after a year, but TDS returns are filed every quarter, and TDS is deposited on every seventh day of the month. Means if say August is there, we are running in August, so TDS, whatever the transactions are done during the August month, that need to be deposited in by 7th of September. Cooperative societies must comply with TDS provisions on interest, rent, professional fees, contractor payments. Earlier, the sections were 194A, 194C, 194J. 194A says TDS on interest, if any, paid. 194 says payment to contractors, and 194 is for professionals, which has now been clubbed into section 393. Now tax deduction is under 393. So what are the rates for cooperative societies, cooperative banks? 194A says interest if it is paid more than 40,000 rupees, then TDS is applicable. Uh, Cooperative bank needs to deduct TDS if interest amount goes above 40,000, and for the same is 50,000 is the amount for senior citizen case. However, interest to own members are exempt from TDS. This is one plus point, that if cooperative bank is paying interest to its own members, TDS is not leviable. they pay, suppose 50,000 interest has accrued, then the rate of TDS is 10%. In normal case, if it is paid to non-member, then TDS 5,000 will be deducted and 45,000 will be credited to his account. But in this case, if it is paid to member, cooperative bank member, then whole 50,000 will be paid to him. The limits for payment to contractor is 30,000 if single payment is there. If it exceeds 30,000, then TDS is leviable. That is 2% for corporates and 1% if it is individual other than corporates other. Or if total amount is more than 1 lakh, suppose there are 4 transactions of 25, 25, 25. If it exceeds 1 lakh during the year, then under contract payment, TDS is leviable, deducted. 194J, this is a fees for professional services. If it exceeds 50,000, TDS applies. And in case of technical services, it is only 2%. So my suggestion and professional advice is cooperative sectors, professionals who are working for cooperative, they must obtain TAN, file TDS return, issue TDS certificates within time. If TDS is deducted and a PAN number is not there, then it is deducted at a rate of 20%. Audit and return filing. If total income exceeds the basic exemption limit, if total income exceeds the basic exemption limit or turnover exceeds prescribed limit, audit under section 140, section 44AB may apply. So section 44AB has clearly said that if turnover exceeds a certain limit, say it is 2 crore right now, so audit will apply and it has to be audited by chartered accountant, practicing chartered accountant. Return filing. Cooperative societies must file ITR in prescribed form. It is ITR 5. We have already discussed that due date as per income tax rules is 31st October for audited cases. There is a penalty for late filing or incorrect filing, and interest under section 234 ABC A, B and C will also apply if tax is not deposited within time frame. Means advance tax is not deposited. If a society comes under the tax purview and advance tax is leviable, then these sections will also attract, and interest at rate of 1% is levied. Common issues and planning points. Proper classification of income, members versus non-members, means if services are catered to non-member and income is generated, no deduction can be availed. Correct claim of section 80P, deductions with documentations. Decision on opting for section 115 BAD and 115 BAE regime versus normal taxation, because this is one of the big planning. Because if you enter into 115, if you opt for 115 BAD or 115 BAE, then you cannot revert back. So you have to continue with this section only, and tax will have to be paid according to this only. Suppose a society doesn't have much income, they can go in for normal filings also. But if they have good incomes, so they can opt for this, as subsidized rate, concessional rates are there under this section. maintain clear records uh, with transparency, timely compliance with TDS audit and return filing. This is we have already covered, I think so. A reduced alternate minimum tax and MAT rate of 15%, a lower surcharge of 7% from incomes between 1 crore and 10 crore, expanded section 149 directions covering cattle feed and cattle. चलिए. I have made 12 pointers, so which will help you in making clear regarding the taxes and working of this section ATP whether it applies or not. So my first question will be whether cooperative societies can use the word bank or banking. The answer is RBI has cautioned that these are cooperative banks. Only banks are which have been given license by RBI under RBI Act 1949. Whether all cooperative societies are required to file ITRs in Form 5. Yes, it is mandatory to file ITR 5 for cooperative societies, as Jan Saab has also put a light that they have registered themselves as body of individuals or something, and some are filing in other. So as cooperative society is required to file their ITRs in form number 5 and not in form 2 or form 4 or form 6 or form 7. Form 7 is for trust, form 6 is for companies, form 4 is a SAG form which is for business, uh, and form 2 is for salary and other incomes, small incomes. Means those who don't have a business income. Form 2 is for them. But cooperative society is having business, so that will not be covered under these forms. My next pointer is whether cooperative society can do business with non-members. Yes, cooperative society can do business with non-members, but deduction under section ATP will not be available. My next pointer is alternate minimum tax applicable on cooperative societies? Yes, as told earlier, it was 18%. Now it has been reduced to 15%. It is of the adjusted total income if regular income tax payable is less than amount tax. Which will not be taken while calculating AMT. Deductions claimed under Chapter 6A, deductions claimed under Section 10, and deductions claimed under Section 35 AD, reduced by depreciation under Section 32. Is filing audit report mandatory for a cooperative society? Yes. If it exceeds the prescribed limit.
सर आपकी शायद स्लाइड नहीं मूव हो रही है.
नहीं सर, स्लाइड नहीं सर, स्लाइड नहीं है, ये तो 12 पॉइंटर्स वही रखे हैं. ये तो केसेस अभी मैं डिस्कस करूंगा. हाउ मच टाइम इज लेफ्ट सर?
Sir, 10 to 15 minutes.
15 minutes, na? 15 minutes I'll cover
10 to 15
everything.
minutes. Our president, sir, might be joining.
Right, right.
So once he joins, we need to conclude.
Acha, okay,
ठीक है
okay,
sir.
okay, okay.
ठीक
So
ठीक.
I'll make it a bit faster.
Right sir.
Uh,
Right sir.
huh.
Hmm.
Filing is filing audit report mandatory? Yes, if it exceeds the prescribed limit under section 44 AB. My next pointer is if return is filed late due to audit compliance, can section 80P be claimed? It is a very complicated question. I have filed a return and I have filed it belated, means due date has passed, but it was due to the audit which was to be conducted by outside agency and they have not done it. So can I claim ATP section under that? Court says no, you cannot claim because uh, you need to get that accounts audited 1 month before uh, the due date of filing the return is there. So this cannot be any excuse that audit was not done. So ATP will not be available to that society. My next pointer is can belated return under section 139.4 or 139.5 be claimed? This is again a sort of similar question, but Supreme Court has decided in PCIT versus Wipro Limited in 2022, uh, they disallowed the claim and decided the appeal in favor of the Revenue Department only. Assessee cannot claim deduction if return was filed without claiming ATP and revision was made to the return and ATP was claimed. Court says no, this is not okay, and they deleted the claim of the assessee and ATP was not allowed. My next pointer is pointer number 8. There are only 12 pointers I have made from these. Whether weaving society is eligible for deduction under section 80P2A2. Yeah, it is like a cottage industry and weaving is done at their residence or at common place provided by the society without any outside labor. Only in that case, weaving society is eligible for deduction under section 80P. Purchase of next pointer number 9 is purchase of agriculture implements, seeds, livestock, or other articles intended for agriculture purpose for supplying of to members. Is a ATP available? If sale is made to non-members, no deduction is allowed. If it is done to members, then it is allowed. Issue number 10, pointer number 10 is ATP available only if assessee society is engaged in collective disposal of labor to its members? Yes, deduction allowed if earnings is available under the clause provided that actual utilization of its members were there. Individuals who contributed this labor has benefited the society. Pointer number 11, can primary cooperative society engage in supplying of milk, oilseed, fruits or vegetables? Yes, it is allowed as well. It is allowable under section ATP. Pointer number 12, the last pointer I have, letting of go down. Rent, if I'm receiving some rent from a go down or a warehouse, is ATP available? We have very clearly studied, yes, ATP is available if renting is done. And it is for agriculture produce or for commodities. Part, uh, the facility is provided for agriculture produce and commodities. It is uses only for that. So now I come with some Supreme Court cases and other cases of high courts, uh, which give a direction to the cooperative societies that how they can work, and these decisions are uh, a guide to society as well. So case number one is Mavilai Service Cooperative Bank Limited versus CIT. The date of decision is 12th January, citation number 2021 431 ITR 1. Issue is whether a cooperative society registered as a primary agriculture credit society could claim deduction under section 80p2a when it had nominal or associate members. It provides loan to persons who were not regular members. Its activities resembled those of a cooperative bank. The further issue was whether ATP4 excluded from such societies from the benefit of ATP. So means the society, this bank has nominal or associate members, and loans were provided to non-regular members also, uh, and its activities resembled those of a cooperative bank. So was a deduction available or not? Now the Supreme Court held that ATP excludes only a cooperative bank, not a primary agriculture credit society or primary cooperative agriculture and rural development bank. The assessing officer must examine the actual legal status and activities of the society. Its mere nomenclature is not decisive. A society cannot be denied deduction merely because it has nominal associate or statutory member. Providing credit facility to members need to be restricted only to agriculture purpose. However, income attributable to credit facilities provided to non-member is not eligible for deduction under section 80p2a1. Uh, this I have discussed during my summations, that if uh, business is done with a non-member, then ATP is not available. And this has very clearly stated in the Supreme Court case, uh, uh, Mavilai Service Cooperative Bank Limited versus CIT. This is a landmark judgment. The eligible income must be determined on the basis of the actual facts and business activities of the society. The matters were remitted for fresh examination in accordance with these principles. Relevant definitions in relation to this order is under section 56, read with section 5 of the Banking Regulation Act. Cooperative bank means, what a cooperative bank means is a state cooperative bank, central cooperative bank, or primary cooperative bank. Central cooperative bank is the principal cooperative society in a district whose primary object is to finance other cooperative societies in that district. A primary cooperative bank is a cooperative society other than a primary agriculture credit society, which has banking business as its primary object or principal business, has paid up share capital and reserves of at least 1 lakhs, does not permit any other cooperative society to become a member under bylaws. Now, I put a question again. A cooperative bank, a cooperative society has parked their funds to another cooperative society. Will income from that be exempt or not? Yes, under section ATP, the income received from that cooperative society is again exempt from tax. The next case is Kerala Cooperatives Marketing Federation Limited versus CIT. It says whether a cooperative society could claim deduction under Section 80P2A3 for profits earned for marketing agriculture produce belonging to its members, not necessarily grown or produced by those members. I've just highlighted this in my pointer. A related issue was whether the benefit was restricted only to primary cooperative society or was also available to an apex or federal cooperative society. The Supreme Court held that the expression agriculture produce of its members does not necessarily mean agriculture produce grown by the members themselves. It is sufficient if the agriculture produce belongs to the members. The produce may have been purchased by the members from agriculturists or other persons. The benefit under Section ATP23 is not restricted to primary societies, and apex or federal cooperative societies can also claim deduction if it is engaged in marketing agriculture produce belonging to its members. Section ATP is a beneficial provision and should be interpreted liberally to advance the object of encouraging cooperative societies. Case 3, this is again a landmark case decided by Supreme Court. Uh, Totgar Cooperative Sales Society Limited versus Income Tax Officer. The SASI is a cooperative society, retained sale proceeds payable to its members and invested the surplus funds in short-term bank deposits and securities. Uh, this I have discussed, and Supreme Court has said in his judgment on this. The main issue was whether interest earned on surplus funds were eligible for deduction under Section 80P2 as business income from providing credit facilities to members. Means if uh, interest is earned on surplus funds, the Supreme Court held the interest was earned from surplus funds invested in bank deposits and securities. If it is done with a nationalized bank, then this will not be permitted. The interest did not arise from the business of providing credit facilities to members. Therefore, it was taxable under Section 56 as income from other sources. The income was not eligible for deduction under Section 80P2A1. However, while computing income from under the head other sources, the assessee could claim allowable expenditure, including proportionate cost of funds and related administrative expenses, subject to proper quantification. So, deductions are permissible even if income is added, and if borrowing has been done and it has been deployed, then that cost is allowable. Why this case is important? The judgment is important because it establishes the following principles. Interest earned by a cooperative society on surplus funds parked in bank deposits is not automatically business income merely because the society is engaged in providing credit facilities to its members. The main business is to provide credit facilities to its members, but uh, uh, the management has decided to put surplus funds in the nationalized bank or some other bank, so that income will be taxable. The income received as interest from other bank will be taxable because the main object of the uh, cooperative society was to give credit facilities to its members and not to deploy the fund and earn interest from other sources. It is frequently relied by the income tax department to deny deductions under section 80P2 in respect of interest earned on surplus funds. The Togler judgment dealt with deduction under section 80P2A1. It held that interest on surplus fund was not business income attributable to providing credit facilities to members. However, a separate claim under section 80P2D may still be considered because that provision specifically covers interest on dividend derived from investment and with other cooperative societies. Fourth case I want to discuss is interest on deposits with cooperative banks, section 80P2D. In case of a cooperative society, the whole of the income by way of interest or dividends derived from a society from its investment with any other cooperative shall be deducted while computing its total income.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
so our time has already overshot. You can squeeze in, and then we can open for 5 to 10 minutes. You can say some sort of queries we can invite, and from the you can say messages, you can check the queries if any are there.
Yeah,
Then you can say
yeah,
give
yeah,
your response on those.
yeah, yeah.
So
So,
many few
shall
of
I
the
wrap up?
queries have come up. Few of the
Um,
queries have come up. I'll request all the audience to please post your queries. Only Akhilesh Butcher sir has posted one query, and who have let me see, sir, how many queries are there as of now. So not much queries are there. So only few queries are there. So one
okay.
can go through that. And Muhammad Rafiq had raised his hand earlier. So here I don't think facility is there that you can speak. So simple thing is that one can just post his message in the message box, and sir will reply whatever is feasible. So we'll try to respond you on this thing, and wherever required, we can get in touch with you later through some mail or something like that,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that we can give you
Mail
the
is the
reply.
best option. Yeah, mail
Yes,
is
sir,
a
we
good
will do
option.
that. So, sir, please. So please go ahead, sir.
Uh, where's the query? Is it in the chat box?
So query is there. So you can go through those queries later.
Yeah.
Firstly, sir, just try to conclude, and then
Yeah,
we can go.
I have just concluded. I'm now wrapping up because this is almost the last slide. But my GST part, okay, I'll take 4 5 minutes
Sir, let me
to.
ask a few one question from the students. Many students of Corporate Mitra have joined. Rahulji, are you there? Rahulji,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
these students have joined. Did we send them this communication? Corporate Mitra?
No, sir.
No, no, sir.
We have just sent to the members.
We
I
are
don't
sent
know
to
how they have
members.
got it. We don't know
So
how they have
because
got it.
they are mentioning their details, that is why I'm surprised that many this corporate mitra students have joined. I'll request one of the corporate mitra, you can say specifically mention that it is good you have joined. You might have learnt a lot, but how did you come across it, and whether anything was expected out of this session for all of you? Just let us know. So that is the only thing I just wanted to say to the all the week. You got an email from ICMAI. So Shrijanji, thank you. So whether anything, whether it is a part of your, you can say curriculum to undergo any of the webinars or programs, Tiwari ji, Shrijan Tiwari ji, if you can mention in the message because you have responded. Thanks a lot for that. So it might be there because yes, Vipin. Okay, thank you. So now it is clear. Rahulji, this is part of their curriculum. So it means whatever webinars will be there, intimation will be sent to these students. Corporate Mitra might be there. So okay, fine. That is okay. Chali Rahul, you can go ahead, sir. Uh,
Sir, can I take
also,
2-3 minutes? Just
yes, sir.
a very
The,
small wrap up on GST also.
yes,
GST is
sir.
the indirect tax. Just a very
Yes, sir.
introduction
Please,
for the
please,
GST.
please,
Just two
please,
three
please,
minutes.
sir.
Uh,
Mhm.
GST is the indirect tax which is levied, which is collected on behalf of the customer and deposited to the government. And the limits for GST registration is in the current scenario is it is 40 lakhs for the commodities and 20 lakhs for the service sector. Now, once you go in for GST registration, you need to file returns. Returns are to be filed monthly and quarterly. There are two returns which needs to be filed. One is R1 and another is 3B. So R1 is the due date for filing R1 is 11th in case it is monthly and 13 in case it is quarterly. And 3B is filed by 20th of month. So there are 2A and 2B also, which in where you can look into the credits available, those who have supplied to you, and GST has been collected by them. So annual return is also there, which is to be filed in form number 9, and the last date for filing GST form number 9 is 31st December every year for that particular financial year. Means if the year is closing on 31st March 26, then date of filing annual return is 31st December 26. So this is all I want to say, and thank you very much for hearing me.
Thank you, Bansalji. It was really very exhaustive presentation. Rather, even though I'm a chairman of CDB, but today I learned a lot from this particular your session. Thanks a lot for that. So, uh, I will request the members who have joined if they want to add on anything. Our respected guests, I hope they are there. If they want to add on to anything, it would be really nice. And in the meanwhile,
Thank you very much. This is Abdul Rahman Khan once again,
yes,
Chairman
sir.
NPN Cooperatives Committee meeting of SAFA, Committee of SAFA. Really, it was wonderful, and we have learned a lot. I believe all the professional members, of this region, are enriched with knowledge, and definitely it will a good start, and we'll continue this journey in future. I'm
Sure.
damn sure, and I strongly believe that all the participants are um, benefited from this session. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you, all the participants on behalf of SAPA and PO committees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Bansal sir, one query is there from
Yeah,
our very, very learned member,
yeah.
Akhilesh ji. Is
Hmm,
very senior. He has raised one query. Sir,
hmm.
do these provisions applicable to host building cooperative societies registered under the State Cooperative Societies Act?
No, in housing societies means these. He's asking a question whether these apply to housing societies or not. It doesn't
Yeah,
apply to
these
housing
the
society.
Income Tax Act, whatever provisions we are talking
Uh-huh.
about, whether these provisions are applicable to host building cooperative societies
No,
registered under the State Cooperative Societies Act.
no, no.
These are not. Okay, fine. Any other, so it means they will not be getting any benefits under
Any benefit? Yeah,
ATP, whatever you discussed.
yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
was no benefits with regard
No
to that.
benefits. No benefits.
Okay, fine. So I'm just coming out. What is there? I don't think any other. Was CMA Mohammad Rafiq has asked whether ATP changed in Income Tax Act. Yes, new section, it has been renamed. Uh, is
And it has been renumbered as 149.
Yes, one question is there from Mr. Malik. So I think he means to ask whether park packs are required to get TAN,
Pardon?
whether primary agriculture cooperative societies, is it mandatory for them to get the TAN?
Yes, if they are paying
Yes.
they are hiring professional services, they are having contract assignments, then of course, yes, there is no exemption.
Uh, Malik ji, as you have mentioned that you are also you can say tax consultant. So we need to specifically go through the activities which they are undertaking, and if they are falling under those activities where tax is required to be deducted, then they have to definitely take that TAN.
Yeah.
If some of the activities are allowed to the cooperative societies for which they do for their members, it will depend upon the specific activities. एक अश्विन जी पूछ रहे हैं रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन कब तक मिलेगा। ये रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन इंस्टीट्यूट की हमारी वेबसाइट पे अपलोड होता है एंड मेंबर्स कैन रीच आउट टू दैट। इट इज नॉट अवेलेबल पब्लिकली। One more question was there with regard to the PowerPoint presentation, sir. This presentation will be sent to the members who were registered. So वो पूरे का पूरा उनको दिया जाएगा। हमारे
Actually,
काफी सीनियर मेंबर।
Navneet sir, there is some changes which I shared earlier. Now
कोई बात
this
नहीं,
has
आप
been
इसको कर लीजिएगा, फाइन ट्यून
हाँ,
करके आप राहुल जी को भेज दीजिएगा।
this will
सेंड
be
इट।
updated. Updated
हमारे एक
will be sent to
श्योर
you.
सर,
हाँ,
एक
right?
हमारे टैक्स एक्सपर्ट काफी हैं कनोई सर, वो भी ज्वाइन किए हैं। कनोई
Hmm.
सर से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अगली बार हम उनको भी याद करेंगे सो दैट ही कैन कंडक्ट द सेशन। इट विल बी रियली नाइस बिकॉज टुडे इट वाज अ रियली अ ग्रेट बिगनिंग and let us see to it if any other thing is there. I don't think any other questions are there. How could we have access to this PDF? I have already conveyed. I don't think any question is there. Is there any coordination? Malla, Kileshwar Malla has asked one question. Is there any coordination between Asian Confederation of Credit Union and World Confederation Credit Union with SAFA in regards to saving and credit cooperatives for rules and regulations related to it? Specifically in case of Nepal, I see there has been a problem as most of the cooperatives and not allowing the basic principles of saving and credit cooperatives. So, Kileshwarji, sir, our SAFA president, sir, is here. Sir, Kabir, sir, he has raised one very typical question. Thank you, Kileshwarji. So,
First of all, thank you, Mr. Bangshal, for your, I will say, that exhaustive presentation. Although it
Thank
is
you.
Indian context, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
it is.
it is across the border. It will have some bearing and some knowledge sharing that they can also they may apply in their respective jurisdiction as well. Particularly, you have referred the court decisions, and that's thank you for sharing. Just for future, just if you have any scope for further fine tuning and everything, you see, always court decision has, I would say, two-dimensional issue. First is like an upholding the decision of the department, and second is the either the then or the decide court may decide in favoring the aggrieved party. That's the question of revenue benefit either to the government or to the SSC concern. Therefore, when we are as a professional, we submit something without citing anybody, say the analysis of the court verdict, the why the department lost, because the government revenue here, even there either is it because they have the use of their power or the discretionary power, that is the not correct one, or because that is one way, it is a decision after the long cost of long time perspective. There is a cost to and one kind of uh, harassment to the taxpayers. Therefore, as a professional, when we submit a court decision, we have the precatory right to make some remark, comment on that. And also, if the court found in favor of the department, we have to then analyze and come to conclusion for a future reference to SSC and the professional people that we have to guard this aspect so that you see after this race of time, the department is not waiting for revenue. At the same time, that we remain the watchdog. I will say the societal what as you say, we are working as a professional accounting for public interest and upholding that public interest is should be our always knowledge sharing, knowledge dissemination, and discussion. All that should be our actually primary focus. Coming to the question, what have been referred to the. Thank you. At least the question you have. That's I am actually personally very encouraged that participant has an outlook beyond jurisdiction, a regional approach, because together we can combine our effort and best practices. We can always, as I said, as a professional body, professional accountant, we can always advocate for the and start the dialogue with the regulators, with the tax administrators, or with the policy makers. That will give us an advantage while we can compile and comprehensively within regional perspective. And I'm sure our chairman of the committee is here and he has taken note of it. Certainly in future committee meeting, they will discuss with this regional approach, how can we bring even this like webinar together. If we can one or two more, they say lead presenter, one thing, like today Mr. Marshall has presented, we can have a co-presenter also giving a like Nepal perspective or Sri Lankan perspective or other country perspective. That will benefit our participant to understand the regional perspective better. And I am encouraged with the question that the participant has also, they can understand the regional share of knowledge and cooperation will ultimately benefit the not only our members, the society at large. That is a thank you for your positive thing. And I last my comment. Thank you everybody for this excellent webinars. I'm sure this will be not the beginning. It will, as the already you have mentioned, some other expert will they will join and you will organize similar program in future as well. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So one more question is there, sir, Bansa sir.
Yes, sir.
Question is with regard to the you can say godown rent paid by non-member, whether it will be taxable. I hope he's talking about with regard to the GST aspect.
I'm not getting the question correctly.
Godown rent paid by the non-member, whether it will be taxable, any type of the services if it is there. So you can say godown rent paid by the non-member.
Paid by a non-member, but if the godown is used for commodities, then it will ATP will be applicable.
ATP, but so far as GST, because query is not clear. He's talking about income tax exemption or whether GST. So it is whatever.
It is I think so. It is for income tax only.
Okay, fine. Then it is through. So we can now, I think, close. We can conclude this. Over to you, Rahul ji. Rahul ji, you are here. Our secretary has done a wonderful job in coordinating each and everything. So thank you, Rahul ji.
So I would like to thank, I would like to thank everyone, our special guest, our guest of honor, our chief guest, our speaker, Navneet ji, Sneha, and support we received from Bangladesh, Mr. Nainji. And
Naeem
so we come to the end of the today's webinar. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Mohammad Kabir, President SAFA, our guest of honor, CA Prabir Kumar Jha, Vice President SAFA, and our special guest, Mr. Mohammad Kasoor Alam, and President ICMAB, and Mr. Mohammad Abdur Rahman Khan, Chairman, SAFA Committee of Cooperative NPO Sector. Heartfelt thanks to our speaker today, Mr. Manoj Kumar Bansal. I would also like to thank all the participants for their enthusiastic presence and active engagement throughout the session. Your participation has made this program meaningful and successful. I once again thank our speaker and participants. We will soon come back with interesting webinar, and we'll try to keep on delivering more interesting topics which are beneficial for cooperative and NPO sector. Thank you everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Rahulji.
everybody. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Rahul, and
Thank you.
also this Neha. I think she
Yes,
also
yes.
wonderfully coordinated everybody.
Sir,
Thank you,
Naeem
sir.
ji, Rahul ji, Sneha, they worked day in, day out, and to ensure that everything goes smoothly, and it actually went smooth. Thank you,
It is
Sneha. Thanks a
indeed. They
lot.
have followed
you,
it
sir.
very
Thank you,
much.
Naeem ji.
Thank you. And also, I must
Thank you,
mention
sir.
the SAFA Secretariat, who has
Yes.
particularly,
Yes,
I think
Shruti ji.
Miss
Ah,
Shruti,
Yes,
she has done
Shruti.
wonderful
yes,
job.
yes.
Yes.
Right.
Thank
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
you, everybody. Have a
Thank you
have
for
a
hearing.
have a,
Thank
have a good night. You can say
Good night.
this night. Happy Independence to all the participants of Indian Professional Accountants.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It means a lot.